Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. We are the Mile High Property Brothers. Today, we'll be talking about, we've done these before, we're gonna kind of touch it again in a little bit different. The top neighborhoods in Denver, our personal favorite neighborhoods here in Colorado.
That's right, let's check it out, guys. Once you guys start exploring Denver and doing your research, what you'll find just by watching our channel is that Denver is full of these little pocket neighborhoods. So Denver, the city and county of Denver, as you start diving into Google Maps and stuff like that, or on this video, you're gonna see that there's all sorts of little neighborhoods around here. And although Denver as a whole is pretty much Denver, all of these neighborhoods have very different characteristics as far as houses, restaurants, bars, things to do, parks.
Let's give you guys some context as far as where Baker neighborhood lies inside of Denver.
Essentially, we're looking at Mississippi on the south end, 6th Avenue on the north end. We've got Broadway on the far right, the east, which we'll be talking about today, and then all the way to Santa Fe on the west side.
Just demographic-wise, giving a little bit more context, or not necessarily demographic, activity-wise. So you've got, this is more central Denver, which means it's gonna be older, right? Because central and where Denver first started is the oldest place that it started. It's grown out, right, into the suburbs, but you've got some really cool Victorian homes. You've got some refurbished Victorian homes out here. You've got some really cool bungalow-style homes. I don't know if that's traditional just to Colorado, but the bungalows are super popular, especially for remodeling.
Baker, guys, is very, very trendy. It's very hipster. You don't have a whole lot of scrapes and rebuilds like you do up in Highlands or Sunnyside, so you will find a lot of just the old Victorian style homes. And a lot of artists live out here too, so you'll even see the homes like painted. Normally a purple house isn't that cool, but a lot of times with Baker, you can see a pretty cool purple house.
Correct, and just on the business side of that, when you guys are looking for like what you're approved for, where you want to live and what you want to spend, because you don't have so many scrapes and it's not as maybe well known as some of these other neighborhoods, but it's still central and it's still great. Price point is also super great.
It is. And these Baker, like Victorian style homes we just mentioned, you might find those anywhere from $650 to probably about $800, but it's definitely not the $1.5 million duplex like you might find in Highlands.
And because we've got that older school lot and block feel out here, you've got big front yards, you've got good sized backyards, you'll have alleyways, typically sometimes some detached 2-car garages, and if that's not enough space for you, if you'd like to still get out a little bit more and spread yourself out, we've got a ton of parks in these neighborhoods with super tall, just established trees. You get plenty of shade in those parks. People tend to work on nice days like this. Like if you guys have saw some of the content we've done on Wash Park today, people are just going out and throwing frisbee or working on their laptops, super relaxing, but you have some of that in Baker as well. All right, guys, South Broadway, let's talk a little bit more about it. You guys saw the commute in. Let me reiterate, traffic is not bad at all, right? Especially when you guys are south of I-25, you have almost 8 lanes, 4 one way, 4 the other, really cool. And then as you transition into just north of the highway, it does go one way. You've got Broadway and you've got Lincoln, correct? Lincoln?
And that's what's nice, because Lincoln is one way north, Broadway is one way south.
Keeps it a great flow. So if you, depending on where you want to park, you get a U-turn, get back onto Broadway, so you guys are facing south, depending on where you want to go. Either way, you guys are looking right now at some of like the flower shops, the bar and grills. You've got some Irish pubs that are out here. You've got super good sushi joints, and they all are like literally mom and pop shops. There are no franchises at all. As long as I've been here, I can't remember any franchises being down here. They're all mom and pop, just custom pizza shops, custom breweries, custom sushi shops.
What did you say?
Sushi shops, say that 10 times fast.
Denver really is one of those places, guys, where we're really big on supporting local businesses. And with as much as an entrepreneur type of culture that is here, everyone else tends to embrace that. And not that we don't have chains and stuff, like there's plenty of chains out here. However, the locals, when it comes to restaurants and bars, you get a good local place and the local people here are really going to go there and they're going to support it. It's a big deal around here.
Correct.
South Broadway is one of the coolest spots because it's unique, it's quirky. There's a ton of vintage shops. There's this place called the Mayan Theater, which is like where they play all the artsy movies that you won't see in a big movie theater. So the Mayan is super, super popular. There's cool bookstores. Again, I think just in walking 2 blocks South Broadway, I probably saw 3 or 4
some old record stores,
vintage shops,
antique shops,
coffee shops. And here's the thing, guys, it is such a unique style here that is just so different from downtown things to do. So if you are more of the personality where you like just those kind of quirky, cool shops. And even if you don't live down here, like my wife and I will even take our 3-year-old son and we'll come down here on a Saturday and just walk up and down. We'll hit Denver Biscuit Company. There's a ton of stuff to do. So could be a pro for you, could be a con if you're looking for a little more quiet, serene neighborhood.
Exactly.
Sloan's Lake. But Sloan's Lake, guys, is located just to the west of I-25 near a huge prominent lake in Denver that goes by the name, you might guess it, Sloan's Lake.
It's awesome. You've got some redevelopment that's going on over there, which is amazing. But for the past 2 years in a row, even when we were having a ton of influx and homes going for well over asking price and all that crazy stuff that was happening just under a year ago, bang for buck, Sloan's Lake has always been great. Even when it was going like crazy, it was crazy town. Sloan's Lake, it was like, wow. There were still great prices that were over there.
Yeah, and Sloan's Lake, the whole area and the park around it is extremely active. So you'll see a lot of people there with their dogs, playing volleyball, just out exercising, doing whatever they're gonna do in Sloan's Lake. It is a very active area. All right, number 2, guys, the things to do out here. So what do we mean things to do? We mean nightlife, we mean food. And more food. And more food.
Correct. So whether it's the new market that we showed you guys on the first video,
Edgewater Public Market, we'll show it again here.
It's a phenomenal place. We had some crispy chicken sandwiches over there.
Yeah, really good.
Really good. They've got brick fired pizza.
Yep.
Don't get me started. I'm not sure if I'm sold on brick fired pizza. Like it's burnt, but it's also floppy. It's weird. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Burnt.
I'm not sold on it. Maybe it's just not the best type of pizza for me. Who knows? Either way, they've got arts and crafts there. They've got face painting there. They've got ice cream shops.
Yeah.
They've got phenomenal food.
You got a movie theater.
The Alamo's right over here, which is in the heart, just across the street from to the south of Sloan's Lake. You've got the hospital over here. You've got townhomes and condos that almost have like that high-rise look. South Denver is probably one of the best places you can go outside of like opening day. If you go to opening day and you're downtown, or St. Patty's Day, a lot of fun. But South Denver, just as a whole, day in and day out, whether it's a weekday evening or a weekend, just what you can do, the restaurants you can have fun with, the parks you can go to, hard to beat.
Specifically where we are now, we are literally standing in Wash Park right now, which is probably the hottest and one of the biggest parks in Denver. We were just over at the Gaylord Restaurant Strip, which is just a few blocks over from Wash Park, and that is, like we talk about in a lot of our videos, just one of the traditional little Denver neighborhood strips where they have boutique shops, restaurants, a lot of really good, just handcrafted food. Check that out.
And this is the other one that has a very Denver feel to it. So when you think of Denver, or when you come in, you want that overall just Denver vibe. The style of homes, the style of neighborhoods, the big mature trees that hang over the road. Like South Park Hill and Wash Park are probably your 2 top most Denver feeling Denver neighborhoods that you can have. Now, something a little bit different about Wash Park is Washington Park it's not bigger than City Park, but it's definitely, I would say, almost more active. You got 2 bodies of water.
Huge park.
And during the spring and summer, on like your Saturdays and Sundays, all the volleyball nets that are going up, all the different things, like you've got probably easily 25 5Ks that are sponsored and going on at Wash Park. One of them is the one with the dogs. Is it, we'll put it up below. Wash Bark. It's something like, but it's really fun. You bring your dog to 5K, but all the sponsors come, all these different people come from Colorado, but they do stuff like that for a ton of different 5Ks, a lot of different fundraisers. You've got a fire station that's right there at the park, so as far as like safety and everything else, really good. Definitely a fan favorite in Colorado, but again, it's so big, you can always find space to relax or go for a walk here.
River North, AKA Rhino.
Rhino. If you can't tell, like, art district. Rhino's an art district. You can see some of the art behind us. We're gonna show you some more B-roll and some drone footage of the amazing art. And hey, so we are super close to Lodo, but we are just east of that, right? So you've got some single family homes, the mom and pop shops that you have around here when it comes to the art district, and the type of coffee and just different knickknacks, and the food market that you have here are completely different than anything else you might find. The homes that are over here still like decent price.
A lot of single family homes, not cheap.
Not cheap, but they're older, and a lot of them still need some remodeling. You've got a lot of scrapes and a lot of remodels over here, but a lot of this Rhino area is still up and coming. It's definitely not as refurbished as a Highlands or a Wash Park. Definitely not even close to that, but it's up and coming. There's only more happening here, but yes, if you're buying a home down here, depending on your price point or availability, it could be something that you're putting your own work into, which is not a problem. But the location of being in the art district and just being directly east of lower downtown is super awesome. But also what's very close to lower downtown is the Highlands. We've talked about the Highlands before. Completely different, as you guys will see as we kind of dive into it, than Rhino. So you're still same proximity to downtown, but completely different feel and just atmospherics.
Let's give you a quick little geography lesson to give you an idea where the Highlands sits in relation to Denver.
We are just across the highway, I-25. We are just northwest of downtown, literally by a block. The bridge takes you right over to it. Northwest of here would be Boulder. Denver sits southeast from the Highlands.
Yes.
Probably super confusing.
We're northwest of Denver. The biggest thing that draws us, or myself, I'll speak to myself.
Or Eli's favorite.
Yeah, sometimes. It varies.
No, it's his favorite. Every time we do this, it's his favorite. And I will say, one of my favorite pieces to Highlands is it's very friendly. You have a lot of diversity out there. So whether you're into working out and staying fit, or you're into heavy calorie beer and cuffing your jeans and wearing Birkenstocks, or you're a working professional, like there's just a lot of different type of folk down there.
All of those.
Everybody was super friendly. And I used to make fun of Eli for going down there a lot. Him and I went to dinner down there with some clients that moved there. And while we were at dinner, I don't know if they thought I was somebody. So many people were walking up and saying hello.
Speaking from personal experience, guys, and if you've watched other Highlands videos, we talk about this all the time. Guys, there is so much to do in the Highlands, so much to do. So with us being so close to downtown Denver, there's restaurants, coffee shops, cool bookstores, like
amazing restaurants.
Amazing, like some of the best that are in Denver.
So much aerobics in here. So many activities. Do step class.
It's making my head spin how many activities we can do.
And we're in just this really cool, historic, urban, suburban area where we get to enjoy all these things, and you see all the people walking by without being just surrounded by these big skyscrapers like you are in Denver. There's just a lot going on there, which means home prices are at a premium. If you're looking for a single family home, you're gonna be around $900 to start, and then they kind of go up from there. But they've also got a lot of townhomes, a lot of condos, a lot of duplexes, a lot of the ultra modern style too, like even those duplexes that you'll see. So there's just a ton of variety out there, a ton of things happening for the nightlife, and like Will said, so many friendly people. Yeah, so guys, whether you live in Highlands or Wash Park or Cheeseman Park or Congress Park or any of the surrounding big notable neighborhood parks that Denver has, you're a quick Uber ride away from South Broadway for an awesome Friday or Saturday night. Guys, there's really unlimited amount of things that you can do down here. And then once you get tired of South Broadway, you head straight north up Lincoln, 5-8 minutes, and you're right in downtown Denver.
When you guys have a perspective of where you want to be in Colorado, keep an open mind as far as like prioritizing your wants and your needs and things that mean most. But believe it or not, there's a lot of different places that might be able to check those boxes for you, and keep an open mind of where you might be, and definitely venture out, buying a dog, getting a dog and going to these parks. Super recommend.
Yeah.
You know what else we recommend?
What's that?
Calling us for your real estate needs. Because we're licensed brokers in the state of Colorado. And as much as we love making these videos, yes, guys, we would love more to help you with those real estate needs. So that number that's popping back up below, we are the guys who answer the phone calls and the text messages and those emails. So if there's anything we can do for you guys, let us know. We would love to help you guys out.
Thanks for watching, guys.
See you guys.
See you next time.